Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. What would be a day in our lives without Ramzan Kadyrov? Empty and dry, but some of us like it dry. So let's see what's happening here with Mr. Kadyrov. Kadyrov is a polyglot. That means he's polylingual. Let's put it this way in English. That means he is very able. He speaks many languages. So let's see what he's doing now, what he's doing. This article comes from Ukrainska Pravda from December 18th, 2022. Kadyrov addresses Muslims around the world in Chinese. This is it. Well, come on, show yourself, Kadyrov. Oh, little bear. I don't want to show himself. There it is. All right, now that we know Kadyrov, let's go and see what he said. What was the message? Multiply and work the land. Ramzan Kadyrov, the head of Chechnya, federal subject of the Russian Federation, urged Muslims around the world to unite in joint efforts against NATO, speaking in Chinese. Now, I gotta tell you, I am surprised. Impressed, not surprised, impressed, this is the word. Kadyrov on Telegram, Kremlin-aligned news outlet TASS reported. Quote from Kadyrov, I'm not going to use Chinese, I'm going to use the translation. Over the past 100 years, the United States and Europe have organized dozens of wars, military coups and invasions. Millions of civilians have become their victims, although now they pose an even more terrible threat, destroying all the moral values that have been formed by the peoples of all countries during the existence of mankind. That's a lot. That's a lot. And hope is not over. Their money and weapons are nothing in the face of our solidarity, will, and faith in our Creator. Exclamation mark, end quote, and a dot. Not right. Details. According to him, the North Atlantic Alliance threatens the existence of the whole world, and I'm quoting, but Russia, contrary to all the forecasts of the West, has challenged this evil and is confidently moving towards victory, end quote. Kadyrov called on Muslims to, and I'm quoting, stand on the same side with their brothers, end quote, and I'm quoting, against a common enemy, end quote, because NATO will soon come to destroy their homeland. Some people have a different point of view, different worldview. What's going on here? Different worldview, and they express it. You might not agree with that. They might not agree with ours, but it is what it is. We have to maneuver if we are to live somehow on this planet. But unfortunately, some people don't want us to live on this planet as equal or free man or free people. It's they want only a certain kind of situation, or how should I put it? Under a certain kind of governance. They are the boss, and you are we are the subjects. And when you have subjects getting some power, now obviously the boss doesn't like it. Whatever he says over there, he says the fact that he spoke Chinese, I'm surprised. I guarantee you he doesn't speak fluently Chinese, but at least he used Chinese. Why would he use Chinese? To make it more, how should I put it, try to substitute English as the, I don't know, international language or something. Nevertheless, it's good for him. It's good that he didn't use, I don't know, other kind of languages. I'm not going to mention them, but it's good enough. He's just calling for unity against what he sees as being the enemy of civilization. Well, imagine that this guy and his friends or his allies, they form a little group. And imagine that these guys will get nuclear weapons, for instance. What do you think will happen? I'm not trying to, absolve others of their faults. We all have them. They have them as well. But maybe that would make other people look saints compared with people who say, well, let's blow this, let's blow that, blow them up, I mean. Remember, Kadyrov stated that Russia should use, how they call preemptive nuclear weapons in Ukraine. How did he say? I can't remember right now how he said it. Like local nuclear weapons, like small ones. I can't remember the term. But anyway, he would have used them. If he would probably have them and be allowed by the people around him to do it, he will do it. But you know, it's not hard to do that, that kind of craziness. And I'm telling you why. It was not hard for Henry Truman, the former president of the United States of America. He dropped atomic bombs on civilian targets, 2 cities, populated, fully populated, not retreated or, you know, all that. No, tactical nuclear weapons, yes, and the little, small whatever quantities. This guy used 2 of them, and he would have continued to do so. That's what they said. They said, we're going to do this until you surrender, unconditional surrender. So that means you have nothing to say. You're going to do whatever we tell you. That was unconditional. Because at one point, Japan wanted to surrender, but not unconditionally. And they said, no, all or nothing. Otherwise, we're going to kill your nation. And that's what they did on 2 occasions. So if you think that Kadyrov, who just made some statements, is the killer and the mass murderer and the retard and all that, why don't you look at Truman, who actually did it? And he's revered and considered, you know. So put that in a context. However you want to turn it, you almost always find, how should I put, examples on the team of the righteous. Always. Sometimes bigger examples than the ones that they try to show you on this side, but nevertheless examples. So when they try to call people, that's a criminal, that's a criminal, that's a criminal for doing that A, that B, that C, you will find on the ones that point the finger, the army of the righteous, right? The same things done in a different period of time and so on. So that's, I don't like that. I don't like that. But people who do not know that, they say, yeah, that's wrong. Yes, that's wrong. A, B, C, it's wrong. But if you told, what about, you're on the team who did that first, numerous times. How about that? And then instead of saying, well, it doesn't mean we should not prevent them from doing that. Yeah, we should prevent them. But maybe we should be a little bit, zip it a little bit more, you know what I mean? Calm down, the hysteria, try to discuss and don't come from the, high horse, white horse, clear, virtuous, superior, blah, blah, blah. You're not. But the problem is those guys over there, they see this and they don't like it. And if they have the power, and which they have, they will retaliate. And they do. I mean, if you treat everybody like losers and, your little weasels and little, plantation slaves, when a plantation slave gets stronger by number and by force, it's going to challenge you. And it's a one turning point when you, the master, have to realize that you're not what you were. The circumstances changed. The situation changed. So you have to give a little bit. But like any other empire, giving a little bit, that shows weakness, obviously. And when you show weakness, they will not say, okay, that's enough, thank you very much. No, they will keep going and going and going until they destroy you and they become masters. That's how it goes. Do you think that if they say, okay, we're just going to be equal now? No, that's not how the world works. Once we get equal, I would like more and you would like more. The equality is realized, is accomplished only by challenging, by working hard, by fighting in this case. There's nobody's going to give you, we're going to give you this right, we're going to give you this right. Read about the Shay Rebellion. I think it's S-H-Y. Shay Rebellion in United States American history. And you're going to find out how we got, that was one of the reasons how we got the amendments to the Constitution. The Constitution was not with the amendments, the 10 whatever commandments here. No, the amendments were not there. after the Shea Rebellion and other little situations, they said, maybe we should think about putting those things clearly over there on the paper, not, maybe you read about the Shea Rebellion. And that was one other reason why we have the, the amendments, the Constitution. All right. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.